Hey there, everyone. This is Dan from the Strength Coach Tutor. Today, I'm going to talk about the biggest limiting factor in regards to why students don't pass the NSCA CSCS exam. From numerous accounts that I've heard from what my students tell me, and what I even saw as myself as a student, and how teachers and instructors and professors would treat and talk to students, and something that is, I think, very common for students to experience is having fear instilled within them. And I think this fear tactic that, whether it's mentor, again, teacher, instructor, whatever it may be, I think that fear tactic is really a method of trying to instill maybe a sense of self-discipline for that student to work harder and push themselves more and hold themselves more accountable. I'm not sure exactly why that's used, but fear is a huge part, I believe, in terms of why students are not passing the exam. Because when, if it's your teacher or instructor and they're telling you, oh, the exam pass rate is only like 65%, odds are you're probably not going to pass. If you don't have good grades, you're probably not going to pass. And they'll give you this whole laundry list of reasons as to why not, right? They're already putting in that negative mindset and instilling that fear in you. And when you start studying, you're already almost approaching it with that mindset. You're already cutting yourself short before you even start. And I think that's just the wrong way to approach it. And I guess, on the flip side of the coin, the reason why the teachers and instructors aren't saying, yeah, you're going to pass it, they're just trying not to give you false hope, I guess, because one, everyone's different. You are, at the end of the day, responsible for your own studying and preparation. So maybe that's why they try and go with this fear tactic, because they don't want to know, they don't want to go with the complete opposite. It's like, yeah, you're going to pass, they're trying to avoid that false sense of optimism. But I think you need a balance. I think you do need some optimism, but also need to be realistic at the same time. And I think this is where we're lacking in terms of when teachers or mentors or instructors are telling us like all these negative things. It's like, but they're not bridging the gap. They're not helping us get to that point by giving us, these fear tactics, and it's self-destructive. And I think that's what puts a lot of us students at a detriment before it even starts, because we're approaching it with this negative mindset that's like, I probably won't even pass. I feel like I don't know everything. I don't have the confidence to go into this. And that's the next part that I want to talk to, is about confidence. And I think that's what we need to do a better job of as teachers, instructors, mentors, whoever it may be. We need to build confidence in these students, and even within ourselves too. Because with confidence, you accept the challenge that's ahead. It's still, granted, whether or not the questions are 3-choice, multiple choice, or whatever you want to say about the exam, it's still an exam. It's still a certification exam that you still have to study a lot for and prepare for. I'm not a big fan of, all these people that say, oh, you can study in 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 4 weeks, do a crash course in 4 weeks. And I'm not too crazy about that, because it lacks context. Someone who has no background at all whatsoever thinks that they can prepare for this exam in 4 to 8 weeks. In reality, it's testing you on a whole college degree's worth of whole, basically 4 years worth of education into that short time window. Maybe you can get lucky passing it, but by no means are you going to be prepared to really handle what it is to go out into the real world. So again, kind of going back into this, I think we really need to work on instilling confidence. And I think that's providing challenges, but helping students find their way along that pathway. It's the harder route. It's the route that requires more effort. It's the route that requires you to take an active process and be actively involved in your own development, and that it also requires an active involvement of whoever's teaching you, instructing you, mentoring you, again, whatever it may be. It's inconvenient, right? You can't just say it and be done. Like, you have to be involved in this process. And again, I think that's why the fear tactic is also used so widely as well, is because it's quick, short, to the point, and you can forget about it. But maybe the teachers do, but you don't. That's in your head. You don't forget what the things that your teachers, your mentors, your instructors say. You don't forget it, right? It's imprinted in your brain almost. And you put a label on yourself, and you put a label on this exam. But we need to move beyond that. And we need to really improve our mentality of how we're approaching this, of how you approach studying for the exam, of how you think about the exam, about the challenges that are ahead, it's going to take building confidence. And I think part of building confidence is testing yourself. You have to put yourself in situations where you're going to be challenged. You're going to fail at times. You're going to hit, roadblocks or setbacks, whatever it may be, but you still have to keep pushing forward and require more of yourself. You have to hold that standard. You have to hold a higher standard for yourself. So we need to let go of this fear and really work on building confidence with us, within ourselves. And a big part of what I like to do in terms of what I do here with the Strength Coach Tutor, whether it's through tutoring or my online classroom, is that I try and empower my students and give them opportunities to succeed, give them opportunities to test themselves, right? Give them opportunities to test themselves so that way they can build that confidence within themselves. So forget about even trying to pass the exam and answer a question right. But when it goes to actually helping an athlete, helping an individual, whoever it may be, they have that confidence. And, the people that you work with can sense that confidence. That confidence just compounds and has greater effects than just passing an exam. And so kind of finishing up here, work on building confidence. Do not let fear dictate how you study, don't let fear dictate whatever actions you take. Let's build confidence together. If you guys need help building confidence, please visit thestrengthcoachtutor.com to learn more about the resources that I offer, primarily individualized tutoring and my online classroom, which has tons of practice tests and quizzes and other self-learning materials as well. You guys can also email thestrengthcoachtutor@gmail.com if you guys do have any questions as well. All right, please leave a comment down below if you guys do have any questions here. I'd be happy to respond there. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you guys next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.